diamond ring for my queen. You gon' wait me till Jesus come. Why when I talk? Pocket full floss, money, honey. Forget about Suzanne. So since we don't have all the equipment like cameras and all this stuff, so just use one of the webcam from my computer. So we're gonna start with these tools and give people knowledge, because that's how they say, start with what you have, and then from there you're gonna elevate it. You're gonna elevate it, and things gonna propagate it, and excuse me, and things gonna improve slowly, because you can't reach down top before start from the bottom. Otherwise, then you're gonna break and start from bottom of phrase. So I'm gonna start with the tool that I have, this week. Go to Valdez Community. So before start from top player. All right, brother, sister. We live again on television camera. So we have a question right here. So let's try to solve this question so everybody can see it live and direct on television camera. So excuse me. This one we call integration by parts. Integration by parts. Let me write here. Integration by parts. Integration by parts. Right. So first and foremost, I want you to identify the format or the way how it look, the structure. So when you know, oh, this integration by parts, this integration by substitution. So integration by part. For most case, you have a product of two things, and always like this format. It could be x, e, let's say 2x dx. This integration by parts. When you have a function with e and then there's a multiplication, this is integration by parts. Or you have most of the time you have a function with e. For example, somebody give you e power x and sine of x dx. Also, this is integration by parts. When you have a trig and e, or integral of x cos of x dx, as long as there's a multiplication between and then it involves sine, trig, and exponential. These we call them exponential, like trig and exponential, or ln. Sometimes it could be integral and they give, let's say, x ln of x dx. So by parts, for the most case, how do you identify if it has, remember this is very, very important, right? Because the only part which is very tricky to a lot of people is they don't know like why you solve like this, or how do you know. So integration by parts, you integrate by parts only if either in this format where you have a e, let's say integral of e something exponential function and let's say cos, or you have integral, let's say you have a normal function with e. All these are integration by parts. Or you have a integral and you have, let's say, x squared and you have a ln. All those are integration by parts. Means here it has to be function with ln, or it has to be function with exponential, or it has to be function with trig. All those are integration by parts. So if I look here for this given equation, this is a given equation right here, shows me, I could identify like, oh, this integration by parts, because I have a group of function and also there's a multiplication, because it gotta be multiplication, it has to be multiplication. So okay, so that's the integration by parts. Now let's go to the little formula. So this is a little formula that we use to solve integration by parts. This is a formula right here. So I'm gonna read this part here. This is for you to know when, how do I know these I have to solve by integration by parts. So you have a little formula, right? Excuse me. Our formula for integration by parts is say integral u dv, and then equal to uv minus, and then you switch it to u dv. Now it's not going to be u dv, it's going to be v. You change this, it's going to be v, and this is just dv, it's going to be du. Just simple as that. So this part here, please memorize. After you identify like, oh, this integration by parts, and then make sure, oh, so my formula u dv equal to uv minus integral v du. So now let's solve this question. So whenever you have, let's say x ln of x dx, for the most case, if you have something with ln, this stuff here let equal to u. You see, when you have a ln, so the ln let equal to u. Or if you have an integral, let's say x e to x dx. So by looking, I know this is by parts, but let the exponential ln, those are the one, let them as a u. Remember, that's very, very important, guys, right? Those are the ones you let them equal to u. So now we go. So what we're gonna do now? We're gonna let. So we're gonna let because this is a formula. So what is u? U is gonna be ln of x. So let u equal to ln of x. Next step, when you let, make sure you differentiate right away. Let and then you differentiate. When you differentiate u, you're gonna get du, and then when you differentiate ln of x means first you differentiate whatever is in front of the ln, which is gonna give us 1 over, and then right exactly. So it's gonna be x. Like differentiate, let's say 3x squared. Let somebody say differentiate ln of 3x squared. What you're gonna do, differentiate whatever is here, which is gonna give us 6x, because this is gonna come here 6, and then here is gonna be x, 2 minus 1, 1, and then over exactly 3x squared. That's how you differentiate the ln. Or in other way, they always say dx ln of f of x, meaning differentiate whatever is here. When you differentiate, you're gonna get f derivative over function. Remember, this is very, very important. Excuse me. So for this case, that's what I say differentiate is going to give you 1 over x. But what did I differentiate on the right hand side? I differentiate x. So you must give it respect. Give it respect. Dx. Right. So after that, excuse me. So after that, I'm going to say, okay. Now, so if this is equal to ln of x, and then this is going to be this and this. So dv equal to and dx, and this is going to be complete. So dv, because I go with the formula, so u equal to ln of x. So what are we left with? Left with dv. So dv is going to be the rest, which is this and that one. So dv equal to 2x squared plus x minus 4x with dx. See, with dx. So here differentiate, and here when you have a dv, when you have a dd, what you want to go back. For you to go back, you have to integrate. So the one you let is a u, you differentiate. The one you let a dv, you integrate. So let's integrate left and right hand side. So let's integrate. So I'm gonna integrate here, and I'm gonna integrate here. So what we're gonna have when you integrate dv, you get v, and then here we're gonna integrate separately. So say integral, these two is gonna go out, and here's gonna be x squared dx, and then I'm gonna integrate x, which is the x, and then minus 4 is just a constant, and then I'm going to integrate what? I think I forgot something. Excuse me. Minus 4. This is not x, my apologies. This is just a 4 from the equation. My apologies. I copied the equation wrong. So it's going to be just what? 4 out. So this is just a 4 from the equation. I copied wrong. So 4, and then this is going to be dx. See? So now this on v, from the power of integral, this v equal to 2. Let's say x, 2 plus 1 equal to 3 over 3, and then we plus this by 1, plus 1 is going to be 2, so x squared, and then divided by the same number, which is 2, and then you minus. Okay, this one here, when you integrate dx, you get x, so it's 4x. So we got the value of v, which is this, and we got the value of u, which is this, and integral v we have, and du also we have. So now what we do, we substitute in our given equation and finish the equation. So I'm going to raise this part here so we can finish up our equation. Thank you. So I'll just raise that part of our, thank you. So let's raise this part here, the one that you say about differentiating of ln. Okay, so now let's go. So I'm going to substitute in the original formula. So I'll say integral of u dv, which is this, equal, so integral of u dv, which is this exactly, because our u is this one, and dv means this, and this means the one given here, equal, okay, u, what is a u? How are you equal to ln of x? Okay, let me just do this, excuse me, let me start from equal uv, what is a u? Ln of. Okay, so now let's plug in the formula. So we say this equal to, right? So u times v, u times v, because the integral of u, what is a u? U, and dv is this, and this means exactly how they ask you, equal to uv, right? U times v, what is a u? How are you? We have it already. How are you equal to ln of x? So say ln of x and the times v. What is a v? 2x cubed over 3 plus x squared over 2 and then minus 4x. Minus 4x. And then what we say? Say integral minus integral. Integral, and then we have what? Du. Excuse me, integral v. What is a v? V is 2 x cubed over 3 plus x squared over 2 and then minus 4x. This is our v, but times by du. What is a du? Our d equal to 1 over x. It's 1 over x. And you'll have a dx. So what we're going to do now is the matter of what? Matter of simplification. So now here for the face, there's nothing you can do. Only here can simplify. So this is going to be ln of x. Look how it is. Like saying ln of x. And I have a 2 over 3 plus x squared over 2 minus 4x minus. So before I start to integrate, means I can multiply this out. 2x cubed times 1 over x. This x and 1x is going to go. So we're going to have a integral of 2 over 3 and then x squared. I can separate for each one, like for the first one. So now say this is going to be dx, and then we go for the second one. So minus going to be minus. This 1 over 2 is going to go out. It's going to be 1 over 2, and then this x and 1x is going to go. So it's going to be integral of x dx. Now we go for the last one. This number here, which is 4, and this integral. This x and 1x is going to go. So just say dx. So finally we say for the left hand side it's okay. So this is going to be ln of x. Ln of x. And this can be 2 over 3. 2 over 3. Right there. 2 over 3. And then we say x cubed plus x squared over 2 minus 4x. Now minus this 2 over 3 is going to go out. So this is going to be because remember, take negative for each one. The last one must be positive, my apologies, because negative and negative positive, but this negative, but the last one must be positive. So now when you integrate, this is going to add by 1. It's going to be x power 3 over 3, and this is going to be minus. We have a 1 over 2. This is x power 1. 1 plus 1 is going to be 2. X power 2, and this is going to be 2, and the plus. This is going to be 4. When you integrate integral of dx, you get x with plus constant. Why plus constant? Because we don't have a limit. So now we say, excuse me, the equation is finished. I can put it together. So I say this is equal to ln of x 2 over 3 x squared plus x squared over 2 minus 4x. Now we come here minus, this is 2 x cubed over 9 minus x squared. That's going to be x squared over 4. Let's go 4. So this is going to be x squared over 4 and the plus 4x plus c. Brother and sister, so that's how we solve this question. It's first time on my channel, right? Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and share to a lot of people, and so that they can they can check this channel live on television camera. So thanks a lot, man. I appreciate your time. Peace and love, man. Peace. So another time again, this is let me just show everybody so that everybody can see clear. This is Mtwana Wabantu Academy. I'm saying, and the aim or the purpose of start this program is everyone should access free, classic, quality education for all. Means the aim